this game on my own. Let's go. Let's ball out. Right here. Netherlands versus Switzerland is online as we're getting this game going to go very quickly right here. Just a quick note, no clean feeds are only available to the people that got co-streamer. One of them happens to be me. It's really nice. Sky Gravity gets rid of Tap super early on here as the backline front of the Netherlands kind of just has to play off over to the side. Kind of hoping Izuma maybe decides to commit into them so they can do some shenanigans right now, but Crane Out gets back over into the mixes. They're going to try to rotate over towards the point. Nobody moved off quite yet, but Tap immediately gets the revenge back on the Sky's Gravity. They're going to be forced away. Point for the moment going to be the power of Switzerland and Lucio and UK doing their best to be able to hold on here as I think Netherlands simply commit to a reset here, trying to get everybody out alive, and that they shall be able to do. So, big for them, big fight win for them. Still back and forth, a little chaotic, but ends up going very well. So, like I said, we're into this thing very much instantly. Not a whole lot of downtime, but to be fair, I wouldn't have it any other way. And the moment Mega Ninja comes back, he is free to jump in whenever he desires to, but we are in this one. We are ready to ball out. And hey, Crandop has been playing a lot of that Orisa throughout the weekend. This is not a shocker whatsoever that we're seeing it. What's a shocker right now is that Buddy already Kitsune Rush ready to go. The question is, will UK have theirs in time to be able to fight back on this one? It's a bit of a debate right now. We'll see how it goes down as UK's around the corner, but Buddy gets their head taken off after the Kitsune Rush. He's launched away, so now Crandop is trying to hang in there, unfortunately. Without all those heals, he's not going to be able to do so right here. Another cleanup coming through from Switzerland as Netherlands need another reset. And Mega Ninja, I mentioned you're back now. How you feeling?
I'm back. Hello. I just transitioned my stream over. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit behind, I think.
Yeah, I'm at like 66 right now, so I would maybe you have a bit. Oh, okay, we're even right now. All right, we're solid. All right, so look at that. By the way, Switzerland is about to have a full house of ultimates right now. That's not good for Netherlands.
No, not remotely. Maybe this B could be online, but I mean, Buddy, being behind in your yeah, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be really difficult. As the score clock gonna be pops here from T. I mean, we've been seeing what this Sojourn from the side of Switzerland has been able to do before against Turkey, especially. So we'll have to find out if this goes the way of Netherlands.
Oh no, the cage fight right here. Lucio's gone, by the way. We're at 99% already. They are trying to get into the bank right now. Tab does have a pulse bomb ready to go right here. Unfortunately, cleanse is available, so it's not really going to find any big targets, but eventually I think you're going to see Netherlands continually to fall over. Switzerland's in a really, really good spot. Pulse bomb thrown out is going to find not even its one. They stay alive, and now Switzerland, that's a quick 100-0 for their side.
I apologize for missing the start of this match, but it does look like Switzerland is completely dominating so far. I do have a quick question, though.
Sure.
If Switzerland win this, they go to a 3-2 situation as well.
Yeah.
And let's say that both them and Turkey lose their next game. Or let's say they both win their game and they're both 4-2. Would they have to do another tiebreaker, or would, since they've already matched up, Switzerland would move on and Turkey would not?
That's an excellent question. I don't know.
Oh, well.
I do not know. You would imagine if it comes down to... Look, I imagine they will take into account map differential first. If that is the same, I imagine they go out to tiebreaker. If they haven't faced each other yet, I imagine they might have to face each other.
That's fair. Okay. I get what you're saying. I just thought I'd ask. As right now, we do see Tap stalled over the Genji, though. Very interesting choice. Not a lot of Genji players nowadays, as we're going to have to see if that is a benefit. Wow, there goes fast forward. That's not a really good start.
Yeah, not a great start. We did see Tap on a little bit of that Genji the other day. Not like a ton. They really were primarily over on that Tracer, obviously. But Netherlands, they needed to save something up, and they decided, hey, let's not keep the Tracer in there. Let's play a little bit faster. And Crandop as well, matching the Mauga, makes things very interesting. But you see Pastor being over on that Reaper, back over on the scene to try to take advantage of everything right now. Is able to fade back over on to the point. It really is going to be a battle of attrition as Crandop nearly getting their head taken off. They can wait a couple of seconds to retouch, but without Pastor, Izuma is unlikely to go down anytime soon as they need to find anybody else to go after. Unfortunately, it's another cleanup for Switzerland as just a little bit of last second stall here from Buddy and Tap here as resources running low. Point will eventually go over to Switzerland.
Hit this pulse bomb. Oh, no. I'm like the devil on his shoulder. I'm like, yeah, you should go for that pulse bomb right there. No. Really good stall there from the side of Netherlands. Crandop gonna swap over to that Mauga to mirror. Wait, they were already on the map.
Yeah, they were already over on it. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little behind because I was in the break when this match started. But now Netherlands going to be a little bit behind in terms of ult charge. Switzerland have the advantage here. For early open cage fight, this could be the fight already done and dusted.
Yep, big pulse bomb comes through, and it's going to be another cleanup here onto the Netherlands. And I mean, fair credit, Faster and Tap staying in as best they can, but I don't think either are going to get alive as Tap is going to go with the blade. And to me, this screams that we're swapping back to the Tracer.
It not only does it scream it, it yells it at me too. Okay, yeah, Tap is gonna swap over with it. Did you see the Lucio? I didn't see the Lucio.
I don't know if he saw the Lucio either, quite frankly.
What? Oh,
okay, buddy.
Like,
getting a little bit of revenge there. Totally understandable. But, hey, buddy, all right. We hear you. Okay, we see you. All right, 61% on the board, but double support ultimate available here for Switzerland moving forward.
Yeah, well, really good ults here for the side of the Netherlands here. Switzerland do have both of their support ults and a overclock, which could go absolutely massive here. It kind of has to be a cage and a refill fight, and you have to hope that Switzerland does just pop their ults in order to make it happen. But we'll have to find out here as they look like they are approaching the objective.
Ooh, it's guys down early. Keep being forced back around. Right up, gets slammed for a moment, but it looks like things are already well and settled as they're going to try to leave no survivors over on the objective right now. Double stomp as UK decides taking the resets quicker. That it shall as Netherlands, the full team wipe comes through. But the problem is Switzerland used nothing there.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but that stomp from Izumo actually cancels the cage there from Krandov, so it's not as clean as they want it to be. They have to go fast here. Oh, but that's exactly what you need to have happen. Yeah, that is textbook what you need to have happen from the side of the Netherlands. They know they're down in terms of ult charge and percentage, so they're trying to go for really fast fights in order to even things up. If they can force Switzerland to use some ults here, that would be absolutely massive. As right now they're so behind, they need to play as quickly as possible to try to force some things out really before the fight even starts.
Yeah, and big stomp going to come down onto two. Cage Bike going to pull in Krandov into there, but Incendiary Rush holding down their throat. Everything being thrown in by these sides, minus a pulse bomb from both sides as big pick over on a buddy to knock them off. It's just a little bit of stall gain coming back through the DPS as Tap, the last one alive, is simply going to recall back out and take the reset instead.
Yeah, really good fight there for Switzerland. They did commit a lot, though. They only have their 2 DPS ults, but we are approaching last fight territory as this Netherlands squad only has this pulse bomb available. It has to go absolutely massive. If you can pulse this overclock, that would be, like, an insane clutch up from the Netherlands. Otherwise, they're just going to have to pray to God that Krandov can build this ult or Natsuki can build it up fast enough. Otherwise, I mean, this could just go the way of Switzerland taking us to map number 2.
Yep, and right now, Krandov is going to go mega deep in barely. UK is going to be able to stay alive right there. Now with the overclock coming through, he needs to be hit right here, right now. But you've already burnt away Krandov, and now Netherlands falling over. Nobody left, no overtime. That's going to be Switzerland taking your first map away here. Netherlands, I think, finding more momentum as it went along, but Switzerland is such an aggressive team, and they shut that down fast.
Yeah, really good showing there. Oh my gosh, thank you, Lap, for the follow. I appreciate that. That's my follower goal net. Holy chills. I set that literally yesterday.
Let's go, dude.
Holy chills. No, really good stuff there from Switzerland, proving that they are a dominant team as, yeah, they're able to get the job done here. I'm gonna transition on back over to me as, here, I guess we can check out the other games just real quickly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's big for I should say for Switzerland, by the way, as I put the score wrong because I'm a little bit of a dummy head. But no, it's phenomenal for them, honestly. Again, this is one of those teams that I talked a little bit about, and the biggest thing I talked about was I loved that support line. I love the UK Ducio support line very much so. I think it's very nice for what they're trying to do with this. And for now, it's working out good for them because I like the way Netherlands is trying to be on the aggressive side of things, but Krandov is getting shut down. A tank player, by the way, in my history, not a tank that's used to getting shut down like that.
No, I completely agree. Some interesting updates really quickly. Austria did take that first map off of South Africa, and Germany and Poland are going back to back. I mean, I do like the fact that both the tournament lives are on the line, but I mean, if we do want to do it in between, I could show a little bit of Germany, Poland, but it depends on how this. I think this first round goes.
We will simply check it out if this one ends sooner than it could potentially could. Right. We'll see. Because I want to be able to give everything their own proper focus, ultimately.
True.
Because
Yeah,
this
you're
is
completely
tournament lives on the line. I think it's pretty. I don't think this is a controversial take. I think maybe the 2 4-0 teams are probably going to move on regardless. Just a hot take.
Yeah, breaking news at 11, right? You know, this take is as cold as water. But no, I do think that, you know, despite both, I mean, this kind of just proves which team is going to be not necessarily better, but just which team is, you know, looks better going into that qualifier. I did watch Flipper just drive into a train, so that was really interesting.
You do what you gotta do. You have to do it sometimes, you know. It is what it is.
On occasion.
That's life, ultimately.
Yeah.
Oh, but we'll see. And I'm realizing I should save myself some time and like make thumbnails ahead of time, like in between maps and stuff. That seems like a really good idea.
That's smart. I've never made a thumbnail before.
Yeah, I'm
still very new to the streaming thing.
Yeah, like the thing I'll always like encourage is like if you have VODs, upload them on YouTube. Like just always have that. That's a really smart thing to do. Just because now you always have them, and you never have to worry about like with Twitch, they'll eventually go away. Like they will eventually be gone. But with YouTube, it is eternal. It is there forever. You don't ever have to worry about it ever again. It's just there. So you don't have to be like, hey, I need to make a reel whenever that comes. It's like, okay, well, man, all these Twitch clips are gone. It's like, oh, but YouTube's right here. Look at that.
True. I used to do that when I was a player. I would upload like our scrims or our matches or whatever whenever I would stream for my family. But I haven't done that in a hot minute. But maybe I should start doing that whenever I get back into streaming this summer.
Oh, maybe so. We'll see here. As hey, we're just waiting for the second map to get underway between Netherlands and Switzerland. Ended up being a bit of a quicker one for Switzerland on that one. Wouldn't say it was one-sided at all, but they had some big momentum on their side. They take advantage of it big time, and it works out brilliantly for them. So we'll keep our eye on everything in the sky, and for the time being, we just gotta wait for the second map to get going.
True. We are in the lobby. I think we're going to Cervasa. I think that has already been decided because I don't think they know that they're on the wrong show right now. If you go to the C stream real quick, it shows the lobby. It doesn't say be right back. So a little bit of an oops, but not a big deal. As it does look like it's going to be Cervasa as our first choice here. As take a quick gander on the other ones. Both are going pretty back and forth, but yeah, no, just waiting for that next map to get started on get underway. As I mean, this could be Switzerland taking this into 2-0, or Netherlands can make a comeback. You know, it looked a little one-sided from what we did see. But that doesn't mean that all maps will be one-sided. Obviously, we did see Turkey, you know, lose that first. Did they win the first map or lose the first map against Portugal? I already forgot.
Turkey lost map 1, and then they.
Okay, so yeah, they reverse swept. So yeah.
Reverse swept in the smallest way possible, but to be fair,
of course,
still a reverse sweep. Still a reverse sweep. You gotta call it what it is. But we'll see if one can be pulled off here this time around as we're getting ready to head into our second map at last. As I see us in the settings right now. Cough, cough. But we'll get in shortly here as we are flying around a bit like Spider-Man. It's kind of nice, actually.
Yeah, I do like just kind of floating around on occasion. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it. As yeah, we are going to be getting right on into things as these are flipped. This overlay is flipped.
Yes, it is currently flipped. Netherlands is on the right side, and Switzerland should be on the left side. So I'll flag that down really quick. But in the meantime, we have got a game to get going. So we're going to get this thing going. And again, it is indeed the life on the line here for the Netherlands squad. If they lose this map here, it's all over.
I think it's for both of them, right? Switzerland is also at a 2-2 situation.
Yeah, it's just like this map in particular.
Oh, I got you.
Well, that's a better narrative than what I was picking up. As yeah, we are going to see Azumo on the Hazard here. Very interesting to see that come out as tap automatically being taken off of the board here. So it's making a 4v5 situation for the side of Netherlands. Krandop going to be taken out almost immediately afterwards as a boop comes through from Natsuki, but I don't think it matters all too much. Pastor's next, but he's falling also as yeah, it looks like a very quick, clean fight from Switzerland.
That it shall be indeed. Quick one. As I gave him a little flag, so hopefully we'll have that fixed here pretty soon. But either way, It's a good start once again for the squad right now. I like the fact that we have the Hazard. We've seen it a lot this last weekend, which has been, for me, a little weird, but to be fair, maybe that's just me not recognizing how much the Hazard play really is utilized this much here in the EU. So we'll see how much value it's going to find for the upcoming fight here once more. As craned up on this, the Orisa is such a hit or miss character nowadays. Like, isn't it, Mega Ninja? It's one of those characters where sometimes it finds amazing value, and sometimes it's literally there to just be a meat shield to hang around and absorb damage for as long as humanly possible. Has really good utility, but sometimes you need more than, especially as tap goes down, and already Netherlands struggling to stay in this fight.
Yeah, it does look like it's going to be another quick reset here, as Switzerland's probably going to be able to secure the first map off of this. Yuki does go down, but I don't think it matters all too much. Zumo going to try to get out with their life. A little bit of a close call. Natsuki does find another one. Maybe it's touchable? Maybe.
Oh, they're going to try. They will get the retouch, but Natsuki's there. Lucio is solo. They'll eventually finish them off. Izumo is in certainly a 2v1 right now, I think. It's going to get speared away, taken care of, hits the wall, importantly so. So it is going to be indeed Netherlands flipping over the point, and now it is going to be ultimates galore for everybody else.
Yeah, I do want to say really quickly, though, you were talking about Hazard, and you were saying it was an EMEA thing, but I saw a lot of it in Korea last night. I'm going to be honest with you. I was a little confused by it, because I was like, oh yeah, it's just an EMEA thing, but I saw it a ton in Korea, so now I'm getting a little worried that we're in a Hazard meta, but we'll have to find out, of course. This next fight should go underway. A lot of ult on the board for both of these teams. It's going to be a huge fight.
Yeah, it should be an absolutely massive fight. We'll see how it ends up going down in this exchange right here. Biggest thing is that you kind of have to hang around over on this point as long as you can, as Pastor, Buddy, releasing their ults very quickly right here. He try to find a little something with this overclock, but gets forced out of the fight. And to be fair, it's smart. They popped to one, and now Downpour activated. Sound barrier's there, and catches on to Natsuki, who needs to desperately stay alive. In fact, has to use the Terror Surge just to hang in there. Natsuki right now still has a sound barrier. Might not have to use it, though. We're already sitting in a 5v3. And the rest of Switzerland going to simply get out, take the reset, as unfortunately, try as Sky's Gravity might, this first point is going to flip over to the Netherlands.
Yeah, also really good discipline for Natsuki there to hold on to the beat. They know it's winnable. They know that they are at an advantage, so they decide to hold on to that beat. It's going to be a crucial ult fight, or ult to have for this next fight, excuse me. As Switzerland going to only really have a Rush and a Pulse Bomb online, as Netherlands going to be technically in the lead with, I think Beat is better than Rush, personally. But we'll have to find out here, as this point is going to be unlocking here in 15 seconds. Gravity on that off ankle. Tap is going to be aware of it, though, so it is going to be a Tracer duel onto this Mini, who's going to be coming out on top. Recall's already forced from Gravity, as it does look like they're going to disengage here, as the point's going to unlock here in 2 seconds.
Yep, number sound barrier still available here for Natsuki. It's going to have to be the counter when it comes to the consider rush by UK, as they're going to wait a couple seconds, then they're going to pull this corner, and they're going to go hard aggression here with the sound barrier. And there it is. They're going to be pushing in. Unfortunately, not really finding a whole lot quite yet. In fact, Natsuki somehow goes down versus Pulse Bomb. Doesn't get anybody, but Sky's Gravity will be the one to find some value, getting rid of Pastor. It's a really good cleanse right there by UK to make sure that Ducio doesn't, unfortunately, fall onto the sword.
Yeah, Grand up trying to try to get out the best of their ability, but they're not going to be able to find anybody. Wow, they're pushing up so far. Switzerland is as Grand taking incredibly low, going to have to back up there. They're going to be able to get out, which is a really crucial element. Switzerland don't really have anything online just yet. They're going to be having a couple ults coming offline soon, but nothing just yet. As Netherlands going to be having that rush, which could be a fight-turning ultimate that they could use in order to get a flip going here.
We'll see how it goes down. One ultimate online currently. It is the Kitsune rush here for Buddy. That's going to be really convenient. It's going to take a ton of space for them into this one right here. It's used very aggressively. He's already down. Craned up gets a second one in the fight. Izumo now focusing on that stall, as it's the big cleanup for the rest of the Netherlands squad here. The Sky's Gravity is going to be able to push this thing over to the 80% marker right here, as it will land just on the titular number.
Yeah, I mean, Switzerland have a lot of ults coming online here, so it could be very easy for the flip back to come through. This override protocol for Pastor and the Terror Surge from Fran have to go kind of massive in order to get the job done. He's already taken out of the fight, however, so it's going to be a quick flip here and a quick kite also. Oh, but a nice shot. Oh, nice shot again from Pastor. Going to be able to shut these players down right outside of their spawn. As I don't know if you needed that override protocol, but it looked cool as hell.
Honestly, I don't mind it. It shuts them down, but now you have one full fight you have to deal with. You know so much is about to be online as well, so it's a bit on the rougher side as to saying, like, how do we opt to deal with this? What do we do? The issue is that you just have to act first and hope it works, and if it doesn't, you hope they throw every ultimate back in your face to try to make it happen. That's why you're forcing everybody into the room right now, because you want to use this ultimate, but for the time being, they're forced back to the outside. They have to instead focus over on the point. It's a big pulse bomb for Sky's Gravity, as they're going to be cleared off the point. And with that many deaths in succession, Tap does live, so Tap is going to need to try to find a touch here.
I don't know if you heard it, but I physically gasped when that pulse bomb came out. That was a very dangerous pulse bomb to be utilized, as both the portals can be available for the side of Switzerland here. Tap does get that touch, but it's probably going to be taken down almost immediately. Azuma does try to go in for that slash, not going to be able to find anything. Ducio could commit the ult here. I actually gets the kill on the head before it's able to connect, and so now Natsuki has that advantage with a better beat.
Yeah,
it could go the way of Netherlands.
Yeah, UK still has a Consumer Rush available, though. Remember, there's nothing left but a Pulse Bomb ready to go. Here's eventually cut out. Tab's able to get one. Big double over onto Ducio as well. Tab eventually gone, so it's going to come down to the battle of these tanks right here. Buddy is going to let it loose just to make sure this point is secured. That it shall be. Map point for them. They have a chance to take this to a third map right now. And, man, they're looking pretty good right now, as scrappy as it is.
I didn't love that rush. Yes, I know you needed to secure that point, but it was a little unnecessary. But now Zumo going to swap over to that Diva. So now, you know, going to have to deal with that bomb over versus the downpour is, I would say, definitely better for the side of Netherlands. Definitely could go either way still, as right now, if you're the side of the Netherlands, you can lose a point, right? If you absolutely need to. You can lose a first cap even. Or I guess the other way around, you can lose a first cap or even a point if you need to, as they can just kind of rebuild their ult economy.
Yeah, we'll see how it ends up going down here, as Crandop already kind of struggling a little bit here, as I don't know how I did that, but I did it indeed, as Consumer Rush available for UK at any moment. It'll go across the point, and now Crandop is going to get mega pushed back here, as it feels like all Netherlands can do is give up this fight right now, but Pastor is still going to be in there, and unfortunately with the Diva being there, there's every route available to shut down at Pastor with this ult, and unfortunately, you do see Ismo get knocked out of the mech, so if Netherlands can quickly regroup, this is a super winnable fight.
Yeah, they're trying their absolute best to keep Azumo alive. The pulse bomb's gonna whiff there from the side of... Yo, somebody killed this Diva! She's in a corner. Okay, finally taken down. Terracer coming online here from the side of Kran. Ducio gets taken down, and this flip is actually not gonna last very long. Only about 50% or so, as yeah, it's gonna be a nice fight win for the side of Netherlands. I thought they were gonna be down a little bit, but they are gonna be able to get it done here.
Yeah, they deliver what is a perfect peel from that Kitsune Rush. They back out of there completely. They may lose one of the process, but the important part is they keep Krandop alive, and they get that D-Mech over on the Izumo. Sets them up in brilliant territory, and now Switzerland, now their back's kind of against the wall. They do have a sound barrier going to this fight, but not only is Natsuki going to be able to, you know, send it right back at him, but there's a Kitsune Rush available as well. But the problem is, you can't really use both if you don't have to right here, as double B is going to come through, but he does let that Kitsune Rush go. You need to demake Izumo. You need to do it now, as no bomb available. And now this is where you stagger the baby Diva out, and you make this life difficult, as with that much time left, man, they're going to make it difficult. They're gonna remech momentarily. No way Izumo gets out, right?
The bomb might...
Has the bomb. All that to not remech is unfortunate, dude. I don't know what to say.
Pastor getting taken down, though, is going to allow maybe a touch to come through. Gravity could get that first touch, but I mean, this could... I don't know. Pulsom's going to whiff onto... Never mind. Just kidding. Ducio perfectly walks into it, as the overclock coming through from He's going to be touching the objective as best as they can, as Buddy gets taken down from that pulse bomb. Now the Lucio going to be driving across the rooftops, not taken out, however, as the Arista going to be on the objective. Has that Terror Surge still online if they think it's winnable. Natsuki able to find another one onto Yuki. Cave is taken down from Tap, and now it's looking like it's going to be a back and forth engagement. Only one-sided, however, from the side of Netherlands. Lucio is finally back and able to get the differential onto their Lucio counterport, but it doesn't matter all too much. There's only a couple players left, and it looks like it's going to be Netherlands taking this in a 3-0 fashion.
Yep. The cleanup that it shall indeed be. It's a great display right there. It's a lot more of the Netherlands, I feel like, that we're used to, the style that they run with. They are a little more with that breakneck aggression that I think suits them extremely well. So that'll tie up this series as well. This is going to be 1-1, both of these sides. Remember, Tournament lives are on the line right now, and both these teams are definitely fighting like it is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, what I said earlier about that override protocol doesn't really matter too much when it makes it to play the game. So, you know, what do I know? Here, let me see if I can get updates about either of these games so far. Oh wait. Oh wow.
Indeed, oh
Wait,
wow.
hold on, I need to check real quick if okay, Austria took it off of South Africa, so that is going to be a 2-0 for Austria. And then let's look at the Germany game real quickly. Did they just finish?
They probably just
They
finished.
just finished their first map.
That's crazy. That one's gonna go the longest then, realistically. I imagine Germany probably took it, is my guess.
Let me confirm this. Oh my god, it went to 99-99.
Wow.
It went 3 points, 99-99, but I do think Germany took it.
Yeah, it looks like they did. But yeah, to be fair, we expect it to be that close of a game. It's German Polony. Like, come on.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
What are you expecting elsewise?
All of these are going to be on break now, so we just got to wait a bit. I am going to use the bathroom really quickly, so I'm going to mute and I'm going to transition over to the C stream just so that when it does come back in like 2 minutes or so, my stream will be able to see it. But I'm just going to mute and be right back.
Yep, do your thing. You're all good.
Thank you.
All right, so like I said, we shall wait for that game to get going, but it's been a good day so far already. A bit of trouble with the links earlier, but hey, it is what it is ultimately. So now I'm just sitting here, honestly, just honestly, making a bunch of thumbnails for the games that we've done so far. Doing it ahead of time, so I don't have to sit here and just make a ton of them later on. If y'all see the, I don't know, whenever the thing drops next, by the way, Mehmet Leader, I didn't even see that, by the way. I meant to say thank you for the follow. I completely forgot. We were so enriched in that game. It was kind of crazy, I will say. But yeah, that was Switzerland versus Netherlands. Certainly, we done it. Okay, we have. Okay. It's like, why is the Netherlands thing off? You know, why is it off? There it is. I fixed it. I realized I didn't fix things properly. I have done things very wrong, and I have to go fix that one from earlier. But no, we're just waiting for this one to get properly underway. So we'll see how these go down as a direct result. It's been really fun so far throughout this entire day. But man, it's been so long, gang. But yeah, the thing just popped through. If y'all want to watch any of the VODs from or any of the direct matches from day 1 and day 2, the VODs from the first 2 days are on there. But also all the individual matches that we covered are also on there with their own individual videos. So it's easier to kind of narrow it down and make everyone's life a lot easier when it comes to viewing them. For like, if you want to see like you know, whoever you are a fan of, whatever country you are from, hopefully we have covered at least one of your games, and such will be on there as a result. So either way, it's been fun. It has been a great day so far. But hey, it's not even halfway over yet, quite frankly. So we'll have to see what ends up happening as a direct result. I gotta check out my YouTube really quick, as we do have people watching on YouTube. It's always makes me happy. I always have to try to pop in on the YouTube and make sure that things are going well over there. Did I add everything to this one? Yeah, I did. Okay. Always have to make sure, because there's a lot out there that I have to make sure that I secure. Because I don't have time to do this work over the next couple of days due to being at work and all that. It's tough. It is tough indeed. But we're having fun with it. We're having a good time. I hope everyone's having a good time as well. We're just waiting for this third game to get underway properly. So hopefully things will get going here very shortly, and we can all have a good time. So we'll see here in a short period. But like I said, I'm just making thumbnails right now because I'm trying to make life a little easier for myself, because I don't want to have to do all these later on if I don't have to. It's way easier for me if I just do them now and not have to worry about it later on. Because once this is done, I'll have a couple hours like reprieve. It won't be like bad. But the thing is that I also have to go watch WrestleMania at my friend's place tonight again, like I did yesterday. And yeah, I just don't want to have to deal with having to do all this stuff when I get home, because then I have to sleep super early. You guys can hear me go on and on about things that are not related to Overwatch, but that is my current scenario in life. But y'all been really good this weekend. Y'all been really kind to us. It's been an absolute pleasure, but still plenty to go. Day's not over yet, so we'll see what we can do from here on out here as I finish the thumbnails that I can reasonably do. For those of you just tuning in, we are currently waiting for map 3 between Switzerland and Netherlands, and when I say that, we are back at it. It is time for our third and final map of this thing. Do not be fooled by what the icons say. It is currently 1-1 right now between Netherlands and Switzerland. Winner of this one is going to move up to 3-2 record, and their chances to make the top 5 very much still alive. But whoever loses this, they'll move down to 3 losses, and their tournament life will be over. They'll still play their last game, regardless of what happens, but it means it will all be over for them. So lots of pressure over on this map over here. Is Izimo gonna transition back over towards that Mauga instead? Krendop sticking with the tried and true Orisa. That has been very hit or miss so far, but honestly, I can appreciate them going for it. And Mega Ninja, whenever you are back, just simply let me know. I'll hand it over to you whenever you desire. But it appears for the moment that it is just me, which is chill. I'm used to it at this stage of the game. We can ball out with it right here. Krendop trying to hide away, doesn't want to give Izimo easy sights onto them, you know, as they obviously should not. But for the time being, see over on the outside, everyone's competing over on the cart outside right now. The bot's open up for like 15 seconds, and it's not only just getting some level of contact over here as Pastor's sitting super low, close to burning. Eventually is going to fall over from that burn, and now it's big as Izimo is given the trigger to move in super deep right here. Gets pinned down momentarily, or speared I should say, but still is hanging around, is still alive. Krendop going to be able to get a live tap. I don't know if they can say the same. They're trying. Looks like they'll be able to do so. Already having to worry about Buddy having a Kitsune rush, and Krendop also about to be at 75% as well. And Krendop, really aggressive angle. Like, immediately super aggressive, and I don't know how much I end up liking it too much. You are trying to build to this charge, though. Krendop's biggest thing is we need to get these ultimates online to give ourselves the early advantage. You see this really deep in here right now. You force the cooldowns, the cardiac overdrive from Izimo, and now, after this is up, it's the easy pull of the trigger to run down this Mauga, burn them down as they're sitting at 1 health. Big cleanse here is Consider Rush available. Izimo, he both in trouble, both eventually going to fall over 42 meters. Not bad, all things considered, but eventually the full wipe comes to form right here, as with that Consider Rush gone, Natsuki hopelessly behind, and now double support ultimates available for Switzerland. It is absolutely crazy right now. But there is one solution available. Krendop does have the Terra Surge, so I don't know if this is really going to take anybody down, but it can kind of prolong the fight. It can prolong this ability to just stick into a fight if a Kitsune Rush comes your way, because if you're Netherlands, I prefer you play up aggressively right now, instead of having to pull back and not really have anywhere to run when that Kitsune Rush comes out. As Tap, oh my god, wins the straight 1v1 right here, as everybody is forced back around the corner, and now more progress for the Netherlands, realizing down in a 4v5, this is a tough one to have to win right here as they back out. Natsuki's had some time, though, to build up. Unfortunately, big shot from Heave to take care of business over on Pastor, as Tap simply going to try to hide away over here, going to back up and try to regroup as Krendop is running for their very life. It's a little insane so far, as Natsuki has to pull the trigger here. Izimo has the cage fight. It's going to be Krendop, I think, running in, trying to maybe hit this right now, but I think there's not a whole lot you can do, and I think Krendop realizes this fight is not winnable anymore. Simply going to take the death, take the reset. It's just half hanging around over on the point as reset come through. This should allow everyone to reset in time for a recontestation on the point before the checkpoint goes through. We'll see what comes to form. Advantage is back in the form of Netherlands. They do have a touch set up with tap potentially, but it will come through momentarily. Rainop is there now instead to make some room, as Pastor is the one invested right now, and it causes everybody to have to get straight out of there, and it's going to result in them just getting a lot of space. They still have the ult advantage, though, in this one with Crandop and Tap. More than ready to go. Buddy right around the corner, as Pastor has to be very careful, taking a bit more of an aggressive angle, as they're going to be able to kind of focus back on getting these sidelines in attack. But right now, if you're Heath, you have to be very careful. The Pastor is looking for you right now. In fact, gets a little bit of help to try to run down this backline, but it's going to be an aggressive one here, as support's trying to pull him right now as you're trying to get Inducio. Unfortunately, this pulls in a whopping 0 bodies, and now you have to desperately try to find anybody to pull, and unfortunately, Crandop finds nothing. I think with some of these later deaths, unfortunately, I think there's a very real reality that you're going to be able to see Switzerland get the checkpoint here momentarily.
All right, looks like I'm back just in time in between the fights. Let's look at these ult charges here, shall we? Netherlands used a lot in order to lose. That's a problem. They used the Terror Surge and the Rush and the Pulse Bomb from the looks of it. And the checkpoint is going to be unlocked here for Switzerland. That was a devastating fight for Netherlands to lose, as now the lead is going to be even more extended for Switzerland.
Yeah, it's a little devastating. It's still only like a 23-meter lead. It's not too bad quite yet. The problem is they use a lot there. They are heavy on reset, so if they don't win this fight right here, it's going to get very dangerous. I can imagine that Switzerland might be able to simply snowball their way forward should this not be a Netherlands fight win right here. But UK is building up to a considered rush. Buddy is just hopelessly behind after using it the fight before. And all you're doing is you're just handing over charge to UK. And now, with this online, there's going to be no hesitation to pull this corner in a second here, let it loose, and just force them back super far.
Yeah, and now they can really go in with these ults that they have. They have the advantage. I mean, Cran going to be jumping over the high ground, trying to look for something, but Pastor getting taken down almost instantaneously. That was the closest ult that you had on the table. The rush comes through from Yuki as yeah, that's going to be Buddy getting a trade. That's going to be quite nice, but Grandop finding another one on Inducio, but I don't think it's going to matter all too much, as it's just 2 players left inside of the Netherlands. Yeah, Natsuki going to be staggered a little bit as Cran finding another pickaxe. Wait a minute, Cran's moving kind of crazy right now.
Yeah, the problem is they don't have any real care right now, so eventually they're going to fall. The question is there enough follow-up for people to come back and force away Izumo and Co? And the answer is, I don't know. It's going to force them to go back to the corner at the very least, but they can't really do anything until Crandop comes back.
There's the cage going to come online here, and Tap is going to get taken down. They're going to cancel that cage almost instantaneously as the rest of the Netherlands decide to book it, get out of dodge as hard as possible. As right now, it's just looking like Switzerland going to have the advantages in terms of ult charges. Netherlands building up to a lot of their own, but they need to win a lot of fights in a row in order to get the job done.
Yeah, Faster here hoping to make a little bit of room. You see the immediate peel from all of Switzerland as they're all going to be forced out of the fight. You're right, close to going down, gets hit with the shot, and that is a direct read there from Pasture, as now UK hoping there can be enough stall to get the forward spawns back online. Izumo is holding up by a thread, eventually going to fall over. Now Skies, I don't know if they have a proper lane to even set up to contest this and get closer spawns for Izumo, but shan't be the case. Now Netherlands reset, ult advantage in their hands currently.
I like the way you say shan't, by the way. Crandop going to be able to find the kill on the Yugi a little bit late in that engagement, and so Switzerland had to kind of down now. They do have that lead still, especially if they get the kill on the Gravity here. That would be absolutely friggin' massive, but it's going to be a little bit of a daunting challenge here for Tap. Not going to decide to push it all too much, as the lead is getting slimmer and slimmer for the side of Switzerland. They're going to have a lot of ult though on either side.
Yeah, lots being thrown out right here as they're throwing everything into Izumo, who's now just in the back line, doesn't have enough care, eventually going to fall over, and now it's about finding these final eliminations to try to create a bunch of space, because now, not only do they have the forward objectives, they're finding picks still, they're making so much room, and now Netherlands are in a really good territory. The question is, can you even commit a retouch? The answer is, I don't know.
Terror Surge is going to be crucial here, and so is the Overclock. They should be able to get a contestant before the lead is lost, as they're going to slide in with this Overclock, try to look for something to get done here, as God, Ducio, and look at the health bars of everybody from the Netherlands dropping incredibly low. Crandop finds one, but it's not going to be traded out immediately. 2 minutes left on the clock, as it looks like Switzerland is going to be able to win this fight out, as they almost took the lead here from the side of the Netherlands, but not able to, so only 2 meters to go.
Yeah, but your bright side, ultimately, hey, you get the forward spawns, everybody's going to get them, you take big resets, but you're back in a scenario where Switzerland is going to have the heavy ult economy in their favor, so if you're Netherlands, you're kind of hoping to take a super aggressive fight and force something out of these guys. Like, you leave literally anything from them, and you consider this solid. If they use nothing and they win this fight, it is bottom of the barrel bad situation.
Yeah, I mean, you're just going to have to pray for a neutral picks. It looks like a map flip is actually going to come out here from the side of Switzerland as Gravity going to drop incredibly low. Going to have that cage online here. The rush comes online here from Yuki, which should actually get things done. But a nice kill onto that Sojourn is going to make things a little bit more interesting. So right now, this could go either way, but the bot is being stolen currently from the side of Switzerland. They are going to be able to get a little bit of progress in towards their own area. The override protocol comes out from Pastor. There's going to be a cage, however. Krandop is the only one in it, however. Tap is taken down. The override protocol has been useful in taking out that cage, but nothing else. The pulse bomb is good. Gets one onto that Suki, who had a close to beat as a nice Zuzu in order to keep the rest of the players alive as they try desperately to make this an even fight. As Numo incredibly low, so is Ducio. They could commit the beat here if they think it's necessary. Need to get these kills though.
Dude.
Oh my god, somebody killed this Nauga!
Bro was literally 1 health. How is bro alive still? And they've taken this bot back all the way, by the way. So while this is a fight win, it is big because no continued rush. The other ones now have double support ultimates and the Terra Surge on top of that. And guess what? It's his final fight. This is it.
Yeah, this is definitely a close fight for the Netherlands. Have the advantage here. This is their fight to lose. They have both support ults and a Terra Surge. It's just gonna have to be in Gravity to maybe kill Natsuki before that beat comes online. But this rush is here. This Terra Surge is here. They only need to get a couple of meters, and they're gonna unlock forward spawn. This should be their fight to win and get the job done.
That's what you think right now. Natsuki able with a little help, hitting that grab right there, and now this is all down to it. Prayed Up still has the big Ultimo sitting by as they're going to start pushing this card. They need to make it back over there, by the way. They eventually recommit the touch, but Netherlands, they're cleaning up one body after another. A Terra Surge sending them to potential victory as Izumo falls over, and Switzerland are done for, and Netherlands keep themselves alive. They move up to 3-2.
Holy Toledo, this was a beautiful series between these two. Switzerland gonna be unfortunately taken out with 3 losses. Krandop going massive there on the Orisa in order to get the job done. I always think it's funny that the old highlight intros for Orisa are still used. You think we get something new as right now? I mean, there's genuinely like they use pull in that one, and the other one has other things. Yeah, it doesn't matter. As we are gonna be being done with that series. Beautiful showing there. As let's take a I'm gonna while we talk about that one, I am gonna take a look at the